First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. My name is Nazar Khad, GMS Precepts, and real quick, I just want to go over something we went over at camp. This is the live stream we did with the apostles and a few brothers in the background here, and we went over. They stressed, which hit home. They stressed going over maps, going over iconic figures, okay, going over history, going over dates. That's something that we need to know, okay, because the apostles, they asked us a few questions, and we fumbled, man, which is something, that I studied before, but I haven't studied in a while, concerning what I'm about to go over right now is the four rivers in Genesis. Okay, this is something I knew, but that just proves that you constantly have to go over things that you once know before, so it could be permanently ingrained in your mind. Okay, so man, that was one of the first things I did when I got home. I went home and we went over it, but I wanted to go over it again, because that's another thing the apostles say. They say don't take our word for it. You do your own research. Okay, so that's what I did. We went over it at camp, but I went over it again once I got home. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the four rivers in Genesis, the second chapter, and I have a few pictures up here. So without further ado, this is Genesis 2:10. It says, and the river, I'll start at 10. It says, and a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became four heads. So the four heads is referring to the four rivers. Okay, and if you go into the word Eden, it means what? Paradise or pleasure. All right. Now it says the first river. I'll start reading. It says verse 11. The name of the first is Pison. That is which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. Now let's look at the map here. Let's see where the river of Pison is. Okay. It says it compasses the whole land of Havilah. Now Havilah is basically Saudi Arabia. Let me see if there's another map here. That's not really a good map. I want to get the whole land. That's a better one. This is the land of Havilah is basically Saudi Arabia. Okay, so what compasses the whole body of land of Havilah? Okay, the Red Sea. Okay, the Red Sea. The Red Sea. That's a better one. The Red Sea that compasses the whole land of Havilah. This whole land right here is a land of Havilah. So that first river, Pison, is talking about what? The Red Sea. Okay, which is we didn't pass through the Red Sea. We passed through this part right here when we fled Egypt. When Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, we fled through here, and we went through the Gulf of Suez. It's called. You got the Gulf of Suez here and the Gulf of Akbar. We went through the what do you call it? The Gulf of Suez. Because if you think about it, this is too wide to go through. All right, that's I don't know how many miles that is. Okay, and it was what a million Israelites that fled Egypt, right? So, um, that's the Gulf of Suez right here. It's a gulf. It just ends right here and it ends right here. All right, so um, but this is the Red Sea. So Pison is the first river. Let's go back to Genesis. Pison. Let me read that again. And the name of the first is Pison. That is which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. So that's talking about this river right here, the Red Sea. Okay. This is the land of Havilah. This is the Red Sea. So continuing on, it says, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. All right, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same river that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. All right, now let's go back to the map here. What's that? What's that map or what's that land that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia? Let me get that good map. I'll use this. The Nile River. The Nile River. You see how long it is? Okay, the Nile River. This is the Nile River. That's the second river, Gihon. Okay, the Nile River. Boom. Okay. All right. Now go back to Genesis. It says, and the gold that I read that. All right. Now, verse 14, and the name of the third river. Excuse me. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is which goeth toward the east of Assyria. Okay. Now let's look at. Now it says the third river is east of Assyria. So if we look at the map here, Assyria is right here, right? It's saying, mind you, this is what they call the Fertile Crescent, and they call it the Fertile Crescent because this is the journey. Matter of fact, I think it's in this map. This is the journey that Abraham took. Okay, he went from the land of Ur, he went up to the land of Haran. You see in the red, this is Abraham's journey to Egypt, right? He started off in the land of Ur. The Lord told him to leave. He was in a land of Haran. Then he went to the land of Shechem, okay, which is right near Jerusalem, right? Then his journey to Egypt is the spotted red line. Then he went to then he went to Egypt, okay. So that's why they call this path right here the Fertile Crescent. All right, the Fertile Crescent, mind you. That was just a little tidbit, but it says Hiddekel, so it says it's east of Assyria. So this is that's a Hiddekel, the Tigris River. You got the Black Sea here, the Caspian Sea, the Persian Gulf, Red Sea, and then the Mediterranean Sea right here. So this is the Tigris River. Okay, so that's the third. That's the third one. That's the third river. The Hiddekel, right? What verse I'm at? 14. And the name of the third river is the Hiddekel. That is with goeth toward the east of Assyria. Now, if you look at east of Assyria, Assyria is right here. That's the Tigris River, right? Now, it says, and the fourth river is the Euphrates. Let's go back to the map here. Then which map am I using, man? I got so many maps up here. The third river is a Euphrates, or the fourth river, excuse me, is a Euphrates. Okay, and that's a long river that goes all the way over here, the Euphrates River. Okay, the Euphrates. All right, now the ancient word for the Euphrates River was the Farat, I believe. I think in this article it actually says it. Farat or something like that. Let me see if this article actually says the name of the river. It's the Farat, okay? Let me see if I can find it. It might have been another article. I saw that actually. Okay. Farat. I don't think that's actually on a map. That might be on another article I saw. Okay. Right. But anyway, the ancient word name of the river Euphrates is the Farat River. Okay. So those are the four rivers. Okay. And also it says here the land of Havala. It says here the land of Havala. Right? If we can get that land again, the land of Havala, that was a land promised. Matter of fact, it says it right here. Euphrates, it says Abraham's inheritance. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's Genesis, the 15th chapter. Genesis 15. Okay, Genesis 15 and 18, it says, in the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt, right? And let's go back to the map now. The river of Egypt, okay? The river of Egypt, which is what the Nile River, the river of Egypt, okay? The river of Egypt onto the great river, the river Euphrates. So we go back to the map. The river of Egypt is the Nile River onto the river of Euphrates, right? So between that land, the river of Euphrates, and the Nile River, this whole land belongs to us. Okay, this whole land from Egypt on the way to Euphrates. That's gonna belong to us. All right, this whole land right here. We get a good picture. Okay, this whole land right here, the river in Egypt or the Nile River. Okay, from the Nile River all the way to the Euphrates River to the Gihon. This whole land is ours. The Havilah, just like it says in Genesis the second chapter, the whole land of Havilah, the whole land of Havilah. All right, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over the four rivers, um, and yeah, that's something we gotta constantly go over maps. That's something honestly I don't do as much as I should. Go over maps, go over dates, go over time periods, know who's ruling at what time period. That's something that we need to stress on or do. Okay, because that was stressed from our apostles. All right, so that's pretty much it. I hope y'all brothers is edified. Until the next show, shalawam.